What's up, family? It's your girl Stephanie, aka Edini House to Saki. Bye. Just finished filming a little mukbang or whatever, so your girl is full. Smoking my little pipe so she relaxed. Got a little coffee right here. And today is a good day. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? So let me put this down. I think my little pipe went out. So instead of lighting it back up, let's get into the message. Added some more cards to the mother deck. Okay, she's expanding. She's taking up a whole box. Just the handwritten cards. And of course, I pick out cards to create a personalized deck for the messages that needs to come out. So let's see. Well, I guess I'll let the little flies land on my cup, and instead of drinking from the lid, I'll take the lid off and just drink from the cup itself. All right, what's the first card out? It says the word organizes reality. And the message said, well, no, I don't think the message that came out today speaks on that, but I did hear or see it somewhere. I think that was one of the cards I created that went into the mother deck, because collective, like, you really don't know how much of a quantum shift we've just undergone, especially after that 9/9 portal. There's another butterfly that just landed in front of me. I do know that the reading that came out today spoke about studying, researching, learning, going back to school, but not in the way that you think. Going back to school and learning who you are, because you have completely transformed and you have completely mutated into a spiritual sovereign being. You have spiritual sovereignty at this point. You've really mastered yourself. You are an ascended master, okay? A master teacher. You are a spirit guide in the flesh, an earth angel. You are in partnership with the divine. You are a powerful creator with the divine, your spirit guides, your ancestors. People see you as a mystic, as a priestess, a prophetess. Your hands, okay, has a literal healing ability, especially when you pair it with a prayer mantra or an affirmation. Okay? Like the synchronicities is synchronicity. I know that's not a word, but I mean, you understand. I feel like you feel me. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like you know what I'm talking about and feel me. The word organizes reality. Your speech patterns create your world. You've been hearing this for years, but as you keep elevating, more layers and scales come off of your eyes. Layers of gunk come out of your ears, and you just hear it a little more clearly. You understand it on a deeper, scientific, surgical, scalpel level. It just keeps getting sharper and sharper and sharper and sharper. It's a lifelong process, and it's a beautiful one. Okay, because it's ever growing. It's the living word. That's what that means. Okay, it just continues to pour into you. The most simple, basic ass shit becomes so complex at the same time. Duality, we integrate that shit. Find that middle ground. Or tap into the extreme polarities as needed, but always knowing where our center is and how to get back to our center. Sound vibration create the most powerful creative tools. So work with your sound tools, sing your voice, speak your motherfucking truth, because again, your words have more power. They carry more weight at this time. Be mindful of your words and your thoughts around people, because they will come into fruition. So be a steward that walks in integrity with this power. That's what makes you a chosen. Use it from a love-based space. Okay? It says you are a storm that cannot be harnessed. You are a storm that cannot be harnessed. Now you know that you know that you know that you know on a whole nother level at this time. Okay, here go my keys. I'm like, where are my keys? I did have to run back to my car a couple times, so it's, I wasn't above, the stupidity of me locking my keys in my car. Never have I ever going back to my car. Never. But I forgot this, and then last time I realized I forgot my coffee in the car. I wasn't going to leave that, so I had to go back again. Left my little mat out here, but I took the most important things. Anyway, next card, it says, people may go quiet around you. All right, so don't be surprised. Or this may have been the energy you've experienced your whole life. You just didn't understand why. Right? You didn't understand your power. But they go quiet around you because your aura is so big, it's so loud, it commands the room, it awakens people's demons, it calls out motherfuckers' demons. Your aura, your presence, it aligns people's motherfucking fate. Your aura, your presence, you can say something that will switch a motherfucker back onto their path, back onto their destiny and where they're supposed to be. These beautiful butterflies, I'm telling you, the one just flew by me, just made my heart flutter, just like it fluttered across my path so beautifully and gracefully. And that's how you walk through life. You flutter. Come on, like a butterfly, beautifully and gracefully, bringing beauty, healing to people's lives. You help them find their way back to their hearts. To be love-based, not ego-based. Your energy spooks people. That's why they may go quiet around you. It shocks their system. They're used to low vibrational shit. But you are someone that holds space. You are like a walking crystal. Anywhere you go, you increase the frequency and the vibration. Okay? The primordial mother is what I see on the bottom of the deck. And she's making her return and reclaiming her space that she was forced out of. And there's still some understanding I want to get when it comes to that. You know? But at the same time, I can kind of understand, because when it comes to the primordial mother, if we're talking about Tiamat, it was her children, you know, that she ultimately lost her throne to. And I need to do more research on the story of Tiamat. And so if it comes from an unexpected source, it has the opportunity to catch you slipping. But again, Next card is everything you want when in alignment wants you back. Release. Release your outcome. Release these people. Release certain people, places, or things, situations that is not in alignment. You know, don't delay the inevitable. The amount of work that needs to be done for them to reach your level of understanding and being equally yoked, they all have the ability. We're just at different points in our lives, so it's not that we're better than anyone else. No, we're all one, right? We also all just have different jobs. When you think about the body and the many intricate muscles, the index finger has a different job from the other fingers, the muscles in the palm of my hand, the muscles in my forearm, my elbow. Everything has a different job to do, you know. And so it just is what it is when it comes to that. Everyone is not going to be in alignment. Everyone is not going to understand what the middle finger don't understand what the pinky has to go through. Even though they all, you know, live on the same hand. But everything has a match and an equal, right? Pinky on the right hand, left, they understand. That's why this mudra can be so very powerful. And it's one of the most known because it represents oneness. So the next card out is how do they respond to your pain? When you think back, okay? When you think back on how these people treated you before you came to this enlightened space, this glow, where you're about to be, where you are a powerful manifestor, you have truly transformed into it's like a fairy tale turned reality, you know? When people see you, they see prophecy because you overcame. You overcame, but before, when you was going through the pain, the motherfuckers kick more dirt when you was down, that they kick some dirt over you so they can cover you up and hide you because they were embarrassed. They didn't want people to see. Instead of helping you, they just stood in front of you and continued to have conversations. So they made a line in front of you laid out on the ground so people can't see. All the distractions. They spend most of their time distracting other people from seeing versus dealing and covering you and trying to help you. They leave you alone in the dark. Under all the dirt they kicked over you, under the rug. They may have swept you under the rug. They leave you in the dark. And instead of that darkness decaying you, you transmuted that shit. Now they want everybody to see them with you. They want to tell everybody about their connection to you now. When before they were trying to hide you. How did they respond to your pain? Did they consider you at all? And how you may have felt? It's coming out underneath. People may go quiet around you. Because you powerful as fuck now. You know who you are and you're not yielding it in an egotistical way. People gonna go quiet around you because they know they ain't got nothing to say to you. Because you're gonna call them out on their excuses and the lies and the illusions. You're gonna pull all that shit down with the love. But they gonna feel attacked like a motherfucker, and then they just gonna stop talking. Because baby, what? The word organizes reality. The first card out. Your word gonna bring enlightenment on their reality versus the image they've been performing. And the Oscar goes to baby. But love is looking for you. Okay? Something that's equally yoked. You hadn't had that for majority of your life because motherfuckers was kicking dirt over you and hiding you and standing in front of you and so that you can't be seen. They didn't want you to be seen. But just like a rose through the concrete, a rose in Harlem type ass shit is giving that Tiana Taylor song. Or just any kind of foliage that grows through the concrete. You're gonna find somebody else that knows that. And they're gonna be able to love you in the way that needs to be loved. It's not about trauma bonding. We've grown beyond trauma bonding. Because when you come together, you're not going to be spending time talking about your tragedies. You're going to be spending time finding ways to heal humanity. Because, baby, you two, it's going back to the hand. When those two soulmates, twin flames, whatever the fuck you call it, those two energies come together that are whole within themselves. But they come together. Like, you can lift so much with one hand, but when you get that other hand involved, you can lift so much more. Period. So, again, we're stepping into confidence because we know it ourselves. We know that ourselves. And our confidence is magnetic in every area of your life. Abundance, it may be drawing people to you. The right opportunities, the right partners in every area of your life. So release the past and give your chance to live in this new world. In this new world that you've unlocked because of your faithfulness. In yourself and how you higher self in the universe. Literally, it says on the bottom of the card, pain is a gift because it is a catalyst for growth. I know y'all didn't see that many words down there, but I had to write it short so it can fit on the card. That pain was a catalyst for growth. It's not 100% necessary to have growth by way of pain. It's just the way that we've been programmed and brainwashed. And so, of course, we manifest that, but we can speak into existence that I can grow without pain. I don't have to experience it to grow. And at the end of the day, as you live and gain more experience, you can pull from this situation, that situation, and add it together and realize that the summation is going to be nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you don't, again, that's that wisdom, insight, spiritual downloads. Like, you got so many places now because you have opened yourself up and you're not allowing the distractions any longer. You are even going to be able to pick up like disrespect in subtle ways. You're going to be able to see through people's poker. You see through people's poker face. I'm not even saying going to be able to. You can detect this shit. You can detect the masks that people come in and wear. You detect wolves in sheep clothing. Okay. And you know how to separate yourself. You have the ability to timeline jump. Okay? Just timeline jump your ass away from you motherfuckers. Okay? Says you can timeline jump. People see evidence of this and they are spooked. Or you can tell them about it and they believe you. Other people, they'll probably be like, oh, you lying, blah, 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 blah. But this energy, this confidence, this magnetic confidence that you have now, you speak and people listen. They quiet everything around them and be like, shh, huh? What you say? Forgive me if I'm not like as expressive, because like I said, I done ate, I'm full, smoked a little bit. This is the last card, then we're gonna look at the card on the bottom, and we'll just probably end the read. But it says recognize. You need to recognize the power that you carry right now, what you have transformed into. Recognize yourself. Like I said in previous reads, we are seeing each other the way the divine, we're seeing ourselves the way the divine sees us. We're loving ourselves the way the divine loves us now. Before we weren't. But now, we still got more learning to do. But it's like there was a maze. So before there was a maze. Now we done found that door. Now it's a straight path. And now we can just take our time and just flow. Really enjoy the scenery, look around. Because there's no way to go the wrong way anymore. Because we went through the ins and outs. Now we can just cruise, float, flutter. Recognize yourself, you've changed. They are no longer in your league. They're no longer anything that you should fear. We still, love them from a distance. But they can no longer touch you and affect you and harm you. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. I don't know if I said that already, but none of the leaves. They can't do nothing. Bottom of the deck. Oh! And that's period. Spiritually mature. It's because you've matured spiritually. You've reached a state of, and you reached that point of where it's just a straight shot. You're still at the beginning though, so don't get too ahead of yourself. And who knows, that straight shot may lead you into another maze. It may not be as intricate as the one before, or as big. And at the same time, if you pull all the tools you've learned from that previous maze, you may be able to cheat code that shit. And then it may not ever come. But don't matter, because you're ready either way it goes. You're ready either way it goes. So that's the read. I don't think I'm gonna pull from another deck or anything like that. I hope they helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Love you all, and until next time.